If you have the book open, page 19, go to the second group. Okay, this one is Hawas here. So this guy is made of 3 letters. Those 3 letters are unjoined letters. 3 of them in an entire group are unjoined letters. We're gonna start with the first one, He. He, it's an H in English. Numeric value is 5. خمسة, خمش. Numeric value is 5. خمسة for male, خمش for female. He never connect to the letter which follows it, which is one of those unjoined letters. How are we gonna write he before we're gonna go? This is only we have for he is simple, nothing really complicated. He, it's above the letter, the line. So I'm gonna have something like this. He, like this one, and then make it like here. I'm gonna write it again, he, and again. You can practice this one if you have the book. On page 19, you have some room there to write here. Or if you have a notebook, you can do that one as well. This is here as an Eastern dialogue, and the Strongilo is almost the same, but we do not close it. Again, I cannot do it just like the book, but I want you to learn one thing. No, this is a he. This one is the Eastern dialogue. This one is the Strongilo dialogue. He with the vowel, okay? How are we gonna write it? He with the 2 dots, qapa. The sounds is ha. With the فتحة ها. with the زلامة بشيقة ه. زلامة قشية he. رواحة هو. حواصة هو. Sorry, رواصة هو, and then حواصة he. So it's ha, ha, he, he, ho, who, he. Okay, now practice this one, and I'm gonna just switch the screen to where we're gonna read. I have so far 3 words are made of what? Are made of the letters so far we have covered. And when you done writing here, go ahead and practice those words, write them together, okay? If it's okay, I'm not gonna write it here for you guys, but we can practice this one after that to show you how we write it. If you look at the second word here, do you see it's made of 3 letters are unjoined. So this is exactly it's gonna look like when they do not join to each other. Example 1 and example 3, the word 1 or word 3 are joining some of them, and he in example 1 does not join to the next one, which is the first letter. And in the last, example 3, attempt, he does not join to alap, but does join from right. So when you finish writing, I need one of you guys to read the first word for me, rose. Unmute yourself and start reading. Again, if you're not gonna push yourself reading, guys, that's not good, because you're gonna waste your time in here. So what?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it habawa?
Yes, it is habawa. Habawa is a rose. Again, you're gonna say, what is warda? Warda is a flower. Okay, this one is rose, habawa. How about the second one now?
I'll do it.
Hmm?
Daha.
Daha. Yes, daha. Alap at the end is silent. Okay, always alap. 99.9 alap, all nouns and adjective ends with the alap. And 100% is silent. Always silent. The you heard here, daha, is the skapa on the hay. So alap is silent. Next one, the third one, attempt. Anyone with number or third one, attempt? Yeah.
Was it gaha?
Yes, gaha. Gaha means attempt or again. When we're gonna say gaha khurta means one more time. Okay, one more time to attempt something. Or again gaha khurta. طلث gahatha. طلث gahatha. Gahatha is in a plural. طلث is a three. Gahatha, that's mean 3 times. غذقها one time. Habawa. Now, why the second beth is sounds wa? Ha, ba, wa. Why? Because of this dot here makes wow sounds, sorry, makes sounds of beth wow. Ha, ba, wa. The next one is daha. This one is a straight word, da-ha, da-ha. And the third one is, I'm sorry, what was that? Gaha. And this one also is a straight word, gaha. My bad for j or ge, gaha. So those are the three. Now we're gonna go again. I'm gonna flip the page here, and we're gonna study the vowels with here with a couple of words. Ha, long a, gaha, like sorry. Yeah, in my writing I put thaha, right? I believe I did thaha. It should be gaha. Sorry, it should be 2 dots. Okay, gaha, time, attempt, with the short a, ha, hayikla, ha, yikla, ge, hana, ge, ha, na, gehana. He, with a short I, he, mherle, mherle, mherle. He, open E, he pod yakna. He pod yakna. He pod yakna. Okay, with the who parka. Who parka. You know that C means classical and barely we use it in a spoken language. This one is in this classical, but is very known between the deacons. Okay, they know that what does this when they say it, they know what exactly they mean. Hoparka, it's kind of a classic word. We don't use it. I just mention it here for what? For practicing on examples. Ho, with the ho, ruaha, ho sha, ho sha, ho sha is a prophet name. Okay, this is even in Hebrew is called Hosha. He, okay, long e, he, Hiula. If you pay attention to this one, Hiula, you see this Rwasa an sorry, Hwasa and Rwasa are in one. Both of them are vowels. This is kind of an exception. Means He has two vowels, and this is not going to happen. It's kind of an exception because in Surah, the grammar says letter cannot have more than one vowel, but always there is an exception. Okay, so this one is an exception where you see two vowels, they apply on the he. Those are not letters, by the way. Both of them here are not letters. Those are vowels. Apply to he. Heula, okay, is a chemical element. All right. The second letter in the second group, waw. Waw is a W in English. Numeric value is 6. Ishta for male, ishit for female. All right, waw, like we learned in alap, when has no vowel is silent, and we say alap is the first weakest letter in the Syriac language. Waw is the second weakest letter, okay, is silent when has no vowel at the end of the word. Again, I'm going to repeat that one. Is silent when has no vowel at the end of the word. Okay. Never connects to any letter. Okay, follows it. It means is one of those unjoined letter. From waw, from this letter, two vowels are derived from this waw. Rwaha, when I have a dot above it, is u, and rwasa, when I have a dot, single dot under the waw, is u. Again, like I mentioned before, when I have a single dot on waw or single dot under the waw, these are not letters anymore. They are vowels. And I hope because we need to learn this one in chapter 3. Okay, we're going to study how we're going to do the syllables. So we need to know exactly what is the vowel, what is the letter. Which one is the letter, which one is the vowel. So when I have a single dot, again, single dot above the waw, waw is not a letter, is a vowel. Single dot under the waw, waw is not a letter, is a vowel. Okay? It also, waw, the letter waw, function as a preposition, means what? And. Okay, to join. Isara, two things together. Okay? Thela, or thela, sorry. Thela Patros Upolus min Athra. Thela Patros Upolus min Athra. Upolus means and. Polus, Peter. Wa, Peter. Wa, Polus. Okay, so it's a preposition as well. So we have so far 3 letters. They function as a preposition. The first one was beth. Second one was daleth. Third one is waw. We have one more to go. Okay, we're gonna mention that one when we study that letter. All right, how are we gonna write waw? I think I don't need to show you how to draw waw because it's almost the same as what? O in English. Okay, so not really need to go in waw. So just a circle, waw above the line. With the skapa is wa, okay? With the pthaha is wa. With the zlama pshika, sorry, is w, with the short I. With the open e zlama we. With the rwaha, wo. Whoa. With the rwasa, woo, woo. With the hwasa, we. So wa, we, wow, woo, we. Go ahead. 30 seconds to write wow. And after that, I have two words are made of the letters so far we have studied. I need you to read those for me. When you are ready, open the mic and read the words for me, please.
I'll do the first word.
Okay.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Mhm.
Wawa. Okay. You see here, I put C there as a classic. We don't use wawa. Anyone knows what words we use for barking? We say kelba, be, what? Kalba, be, and then the word. Anyone knows? We say kelba ile be nuacha. Nuacha is in the spoken language. Nuacha. Ile bin nuacha. Kelba ile bin nuacha. Bin nuacha. The second word. Oh, before we're going to go to the second one, look at the barking, wawa. Do you see alep in the middle? And we said alep does not show up in the word. Which word? Proper noun. Always alep does not show up in the middle of the proper noun. But this one here is not a proper noun, it is a verb. And alep, second one, and the fourth one, both of them are silent. You're going to say, then why we have them there? We want them there for what? For spelling. Just like any other language. You have some letters in a word, they are silent, but we need them for spelling. Can now anyone read the second one for me? Yard.
Is it wada?
I'm sorry, what, Faith?
Is it wada? Because isn't the Dalith making the th sound?
Yeah, but that's right. But this first part of the word you say is not quite the right. Can you repeat that one again?
Wada?
Why it says wada is wa. Why? Where's the he? The sounds of he. Wa. Wa. The. Wa.
Okay.
The. Wa. The. Okay. All right. Do you see wahda? All letters, 4 letters, and the first one, wawa 2. All of them are unjoined letter. Do you see how exactly the word is going to show up or is going to be written when all letters are unjoined letter? Nothing joined. You know, we mentioned that our language is a cursive language that's been letters joined to each other from right to left. But 8 letters are unjoined, do not join from left. Okay, wa, long A, walitha. 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 Wa, warda. Wa, warda. La with. La with. La with. Okay. Wela. 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 وعدة وعدة promise وعدة. Next one لاوية 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 لاوية. And finally with the we لويثة لويثة لويثة. لويثة is a feminine friend. Honestly, it's not a girlfriend. It's something like you have a club, okay, and you guys share the same idea. It's not your friend. You don't call her. You see her at the club, at the organization. That's what they call Lawitha. Okay. Yes.
I have a quick question about wow. What's the difference between wow and the Beth with the dot underneath it?
The sounds is the same. The only thing it's spelling is going to give you different one. For example, I cannot say the example we have there for father. We say awa, right? Beth and dot underneath it, awa. If I'm going to say awa with the wow, okay, someone is going to say, well, are you trying to say father? You're going to say yes. You're going to say, oh, this is wrong. This is, the spelling is wrong. It should be Beth dot underneath. So the same sounds, okay, does not really tell you, I cannot tell you there are two different sounds. They are the same sounds with the w and Beth dot underneath it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Last letter, okay, in this group is Zain. Z. Z in English. Z in English. Okay. Zain when is followed by an for one of those two letters, honestly, kap, k, the letter Zain sounds is S. Okay. If you remember skapa, okay, that's what is gonna come to the next one. For example, I say skharya, skharya, not zgharya, skharya. When it's seen followed by cap, sounds of zain is S, skharya. The next one is skipa, skapa, sorry, skapa. The vowel skapa. I skipped that one. Skapa. You see, the sounds is skapa. Why? Because it's followed by hope. Okay? And also skipa. Skipa. The only thing I think I missed here, it should be cap and cope. Okay, cope should be added here, okay, because two letters has to be when zain is sounds of S. So two cap and cap, cope. So skapa, skipa. Skipa is a cross. Numeric value for zain is 7, shua for male, ishwa for female. How we write zain? If you look at zain, exactly looks like what? A comma in English? Is that right? Absolutely is comma in English. So it's like we're gonna write it above the letter, just like comma. On my bad again. Comma. Zain. Zain. I know there is kind of big line here, big down. Again, that is computer, and well, this guy, he spent some time designing it for computer, but for us, for writing, this is more than enough. Zain, sorry, this is wrong. Zain, Zain. Comma in English. Zain with the sqapa za, فتحة za, زلامة بشيقة ز، زلامة قشية زي، رواحة زو، حواصة زو، حواصة زي, حواصة Z. Again, this one is the unjoined letter, does not join from left. Again, I'm not going to give you that much time to write Zain. You already know how to write comma. So, all right. Can anyone, Joe, go ahead, write those letters first, or those words. And we gonna practice reading the words after that.
Zawa.
Zawa. Yes. Zawa. Zawa. What about the second one? Shield. Natalie, look at this one. Well, even though it's not the, but they are the same letters I have in the previous one, a river name, but you know, I don't have the dot underneath the bath. It's gonna be the sounds of b here, and Thaha, Skapa, okay, Thaha Nazain, but it's gonna give you a different name, I mean meaning, and different sounds of the word. So can you, anyone read it for me?
Is it Zabba?
Zabba, yes. Zabba. Zabba. How about the third one? You see, we have the dot under beth here. Okay, you can pronounce it we, but in a spoken language, to be honest with you, we do not say we say be. Can anyone read that one for me? And in Arabic, they use the same exact word. In a classic or Arabic word language.
Zubda.
Zubda. If you're gonna read it with the wow, not be, Zuda. Zuda. Okay. Zubda is fine. Zuda is fine too. Now, anyone can tell me what we called money?
Zuza.
Zuza. Yes, Zuza. That money, Zuza. So vowels with the zain. So za, zawa, zawa means vowel. Zawa, vowel. Za, short a, zamara, zamara. And the second one, zaina, zaina. Ze, short I, ze, zibla, zibla, zibla. Ze with the open E, zepana, zepana. Zu, zuza. Zo, zopana. You see here the different zepana, zopana. This one is a zopana. And z, zirutha, nzirutha, nzirutha. Okay, any questions so far? Move on to the third group if you have no questions. Okay. The third group is made of a 3-letter, and the name of the group is Hattai. The first letter of Hattai is Hath. Heh. Heh. Hath. I don't have anything in English for Hath. Okay, don't have anything in English for Hath. Hath numeric value is 8. By the way, is look like a snake. من حيوثة. Yeah, or حيوثة. Snake. Okay. And Hath really, we're going to talk about that one. Numeric value is 8. Okay, 8. 8 تمانية for male, 8 for female, 8 for female. All right, so 8 for female. Hi, Anthony. Welcome to the class. I probably still have issue with the audio. Yeah, I see that. So, okay, 8 for male, 8 for female. It's he is pronounced as a heavy accent H. Very close to that one. Okay. Here is the key between, you know, we have two dialogues, Eastern and Western. With the Eastern dialogue, we have two accents. The first accent is called Lishan Dashta, open plain, Dashta, which Tilkep, Al-Qush, Batnai, Tescopa, all this, the Dashta Nineveh, they are around or surrounded by Nineveh city. So it's called Lishan Dashta, which is the subject of your class. Okay, I'm teaching you Lishan Dashta. And the second one is Lishan Torah, mountain dialogue. In a mountain dialogue, okay, here is the key with the he, and that's exactly the key between the two accents. Okay, the two accents. The first one, the mountain dialogue, okay, regarding in a classical or spoken language, hath always the sounds of ch, like in Schumacher. In German, they use Schumacher, so it's always sounds of ch, and we give it what the KH letters for ch. Okay, so in a mountain dialogue, always the sounds is a ch in the spoken and in the classical language. Now, Lishan Deshta, or Nineveh Plain dialogue, this is the subject of this course again, or this class. It has two sounds in the modern Syriac spoken accent. The one we speak has two sounds. It sounds as heavily accent H, if the word is a religion or spiritual word, like N. So every time it sounds when the word is religion or spiritual or barely used in the spoken language. Glory, shuha, we say shuha, okay? Sounds of shuha. Now, in a mountain dialogue, they don't say shuha, again they say shuha, shuha, okay? Now, the second one, spirit, ruha, ruha. Christ, mshiha. Messenger, shliha. Tishbuhta, hasha, hasha. Hubba, love. Hubba, hawa, hawa. Okay, is that clear? Now, when the word is a religion or spiritual word, always he is he, sounds he. Now, I mentioned that we have another sounds for he in the spoken Syriac, modern Syriac language. Yes, is a ch, like the mountain always is a ch. For us, also we have ch in a Dashtan Ninwa. Now you're gonna say, Maher, how I'm gonna know when I read this one it should be he or ch? Here, with the ch, I'm gonna have a big dot above. Again, with the he, to read it ch, then I'm gonna have a big dot above. It sounds of is gonna be ch. Example, milcha. Why I did not say milha? Again, it is Dashtan Ninwis accent, and this word, it is not a religion word. Milcha. Okay? It should be milha, all right? But we say milcha. Mishcha. Mishcha. It should be mishha, okay? But we say mishcha. Khmara. Khmara. Donkey. Khamra. Khamra. Wine. Khlula. Khlula. Wedding party is khlula. Wedding party is khlula. Wedding ceremony is barakhta. Barakhta. And finally, khalwa. Khalwa, milk or yogurt, we say khalwa. And notes now, you see here the pthaha, the first dot, the upper dot on the letter for pthaha is going to join the big dot for kh in this case. So it's going to be khalwa. So those are exactly the two accents we have in the Eastern Syriac dialect, the mountain and the Dashtan Ninwa. Dashtan Ninwa, oh, sorry, before. A mountain, always he is pronounced he, regardless of classic or spoken. In Surat, in Dashtan Ninwa dialogue, he, it sounds he when the word is religion, like we have here, shuha, ruha, mshiha, shliha, tijbuhta, hasha, hubba, hawa. And it sounds he if the word is not classic. It's not religion. Milcha, mishcha, khamra, khmara, khamra, khlula, khalwa. Now, what about Dashtan Ninwa with the classic word or classical language? He, always he, never pronounce he in a classical Dashtan Ninwa accent. So he is always he no matter what. So what exactly we call it? Lishana atiqa, classical word, lishana atiqa. So he is always he. For example, if I have milcha, okay, in lishana atiqa, I cannot say milcha, I should say milha, mishha, حمارة, حمرة, حلولة, حلوة. Okay, so always in a classical one we don't have kh. In the spoken one we have kh. Okay, حيث, I hope I made this one clear, but if you read it in a written, you can see that one very clear. It sounds, it joins from both sides, okay? This little one here, the strike goes up, is going to join to the following letter for the head to the left. When the standalone, okay, this is going to be kind of head which is barely, you're gonna see it in a few words, stand by itself from the end, from the one joint that one fall at the end. Okay, how are we gonna write head? Head, look at the head. What exactly is look like? It looks like a small W in English. Okay, the only thing, those kind of peak dot are almost in the same level. So if I'm gonna write head for you, it's above the line, okay, and almost like a small W. Here you go. Very small W. Okay, even I make it big, just for illustration. Now, when head join a letter, look, I'm gonna join it to bed. This is how it's gonna look like. Do you see here? Head is gonna look like you in now. Why I'm gonna mention this one? Later on, I have a letter when it's joined is gonna be look like, you know, I need to make a difference between them. Again, he is like this. He. Or ch. Again, it sounds ch when I'm gonna put a dot above, and this is only for the spoken language. And again, I'm teaching you the spoken language, so I have to illustrate something for you. So for reading, heath with the scapa, long a, ha, thaha, ha, slama. شيقة ح زلام قشية ح, and then I have حو with arwaha, this is wow, and then I have with arwasa حو, and finally حيث with the حواسة حي. Sorry, it should be not like this one, just it's gonna be to حي. He. So ha, ha, he, he, ho, hu, he. Now let's say, can I practice this one with the sounds ch? Yes. Cha, cha, ch, che, cho, chu, chi. Same thing, only the sounds h is gonna be ch in this case. So the vowels are the vowels no matter what. Go ahead, practice he, and I have 2, 3, 5 words are made of the letters so far we have covered. Okay, can anyone read the first word for me? And exactly the Arab use the same word.
Would it be khawtha?
All right, look at it. Is oo,
Khutha?
khuda, khuda, khuda. 1 for female. Or in a female form or feminine form. غذا, غذا. 1 for masculine form. خا, خا. Now, why I'm not pronouncing daleth? Do you see the small line above daleth? That's mean daleth is silent, no sounds. Kha. Every time you see a line above any letter, that letter is silent. We don't read it. Kha. How we say love in Surah? Anyone can read it?
Is it hubba?
Hubba. Yes. حب. And finally, Eve. Hawa. Hawa. With a vowel, ha, hasha, hasha, ha, khamra, kha, khamra. Second word, khatha, kha, khatha. Short I, he, or kh, khawra, khawra. Okay, probably in Telkepe it says khawra, not kh, khawra, but originally it should be kh, khawra. Khe or he, hail, hail, power. Or sometimes we say hela, hela, power, or khela. Ma khela ittuh means how you have a lot of power. Khela or hela. Hu, hu. Sounds here is a kh, so it's going to be pushutha, pushutha. Can I say pushutha? Yes. We say pushutha. Nobody is going to say you're saying it wrong, but probably is going to say, oh, you know what? It's better if you're going to say pushutha, because this is how we say it. Pushutha is okay. Hulmana. By the way, hulmana here, health, is like more like spiritual health thing. Hulmana. Hulmana. Ho. Hoqa. 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 And finally, he, hila. Hila. I know you heard sometimes in hila, and hila that means someone is very weak. And gushme ilin hila, like he cannot support his body. Gushme ilin hila, or gushmi ilin hila. That means I cannot even support my body cannot support everything. I cannot stand up. I cannot do anything. The next one is tayf. Tayf. T. T. I don't have any sounds in English for T. Okay? Usually we give it TD. T. Okay? Give me an example for T, guys. Do you know any word you say them T? Has a T?
طيرة.
طيرة. Very good. What else? Who was that?
Anthony.
Anthony Tera. Okay, thank you. Was?
طورة.
Tura. That's right, Tura. Mata is another one with a T. Okay? Numeric value of Taith is 9. Tisha for male, Tisha for female. Taith connects to any letter which follows. That's mean connect from both sides. How are we going to write Taith? Again, explanation is here. So how are we going to write Taith? Allow me just to erase this guy here. And I'm going to write Taith. Taith is above, part of it is above the line, and another part is underneath the line. Look at this one. So Taith is going to start above the line, and then I'm going to have just like a triangle going down, and then 45-degree going up. Okay? Taith. Let me make it bigger here. Okay, Taith. That is Taith. Ta. Taith with the sqapa ta. Ta with the thaha. T with the Islam bshiqa. T with the Islam qishya. sorry. To with arwaha, tu with arwasa, and ti with hawasa. Ta, ta, t, te, to, tu, ti. So these are the sounds, vowels with the t letter. Okay, I'm gonna read those for you guys. Practice this one, please, later. Again, this is for you, not for me. Tawa, good. Okay, what tawa, guys? Also, we have another word we say randa. Tawa for male, tota for female, randa for male, frende for female. Always we exchange those two words when we talk about something is good. But let me tell you this one, tawa and tota, to describe the health way. The health, how exactly you feel. The wealthy also. I'm natawa when يعني اتبارة. I'm not honestly in need of para or something, or zuza, let's say here. So tawa and tota is more to describe something for health and wealth, or healthy and wealthy. For randa or rende, it's, even though we use it sometimes to talk about myself on a randa one, but if we're gonna use tawa is better than randa when describe myself. Randa is always when you have something, an object, okay, house, a car, pen, something, phone, okay, you're gonna say randa for good, to describe something it's not for a human being. News, we call it tubba, tubba. Towa, towa illuch, bless you. Towa illuch, bless you. And you know, in the Bible it says, Towal dana duko dishlama peshikriya dalaha. Towa, bless who are the peacemaker, because they are children of God. Ya dalaha. Okay, Towa. So tawa, tabba, towa. Question? With the vowels, ta, long a, have two words, tausa, ta-sa, tausa. And the second one, taupana, taupana, taupana. With the ftaha, ta, taira, taira, tasta, ta, tasta. With the zlama shiqa, short I, tallanitha, t, tallanitha. Okay, tallanitha. With the open E, طي, زلامة قشية, طي, قطرقة, قطرقة, قطرقة. Tu, I have three words. The second one honestly does not belong here, but it's fine, okay? It's just to learn that one. Qatutha, qatutha, cat or female cat, qatutha. Qata, qata is a male cat. Qata is a male cat. Again, this word is kind of by mistake sitting there. Qata, it should not be there as a group of tu, because I don't have any tu there. Qata. And finally, tura, tura. To, tuhma, tuhma, most likely, you know, last name also could be tuhma, or qaruh al-ashira in Arabic. Ti, batila, batila, tina, tina. Batila, Tina. I'm going to move on to the last letter for today and for group 3. Yod. Yod is a Y in English. Look at it. Looks like half, but only 2. I mean half half. Okay, which means is U. What is the half of W? Is U, right? So U, almost small U. Okay, it's a Y in English. From Yod, one vowel is derived from this letter, is the Hwasa, the long E, E, Hwasa. So when I have a single dot underneath Yod, this one is not a letter anymore, it is a vowel. And the sounds of this vowel is E. Yod, yeah, okay, most likely is silent at the end, just like wow when has no vowel, and makes it a third or the third weakest letter in Surah. So we have 3, and I mentioned that one: Alap, Waw, and Yod. Alap, Waw, and Yod, if you're gonna put them together, it sounds of Oi, Oi here. And Oi, probably Oi in English means something than what does mean in Surah. When we get hurt, okay, when we get hurt, honestly, we say Oi. It's coming from those 3 weakest letter. Okay, so those are the 3 letter, or the 3 word, the word of 3 letters where we got hurt. That's mean we feel like weak. Oi. All right, back to the top here. Numeric value for Yod is 10. Usra, Usra for male, Isser for female. Now, now I have to change, and I'm going to show you that because we have learned this letter, okay? So by learning 10, Yod, numeric value, so automatically I'm gonna learn up to 19. What exactly I mean? Numeric value. We're gonna cover the name of 11 to 19 in chapter 4. So if I'm gonna need to say 11, first let me write Yod. Yod is like this, right? A small U. Yod is above the letter. And you know, the one is coming from the left is to join the letter. So this is Yod. And by the way, this is the smallest letter in our group language or letter. And Jesus mentioned it in the Bible. Yod is the smallest one. Okay. Now, this numeric value, again, back to the number is 10. If I want to say 11, so it's going to be Yod Alap. Again, Yod, I'm going to do the Alap you learn. So that is 11. Okay. Yod, we are right to left. You know, 11, this one is the 10th. This one is the singular. So we are opposite. So we're going to go from right to left. Yod, the 10th is first, and the second, the singular. So if I'm going to say 12, okay, so it's going to be Yod Beth. 13, Yod Gamal. 14, Yod Teleth. And so on till Yod Teth, which is what? 19. So those are the numeric value. Again, the name of 11 to 19, we're going to study this one in chapter 14, how we're going to say each letter back then. Okay, so for example, here, Yod, and starting from Yod, okay, beginning with the Yod, each letter, each following letter is going to be by 10th. That's mean the next letter, Yod is 10, the next letter at 10, 20, following 30 and 40 till 100 or till Sade, honestly. Till Sade is going to be 90. Qob is going to be 100. So Yod Alap is 11, Khadeser. By the way, Khadeser is for male and female. only from 1 to 10 are different for male and female. خديسر. خمشاسر, 15. Okay. I did not write it right. Should be يوث hey. خمشاسر. يوث طيف تشآسر. تشآسر يوث طيف. 19. Okay. We're going to talk about this one again. I don't want to mention this one. Khadiyasar, Khamshasar is the feminine. You see here is ended. The end of this one is 1, 10. 5, 10. Khamsha, sir. Sir is the feminine form, and Khamsha is the masculine form. So both of them are mixed. Khamsha, sir, male 5, female 10. Always 10 is going to be from 11 to 19. Always 10 is going to be in a feminine form, and 1 to 9 is going to be in a masculine form. Khamsha, sir, khadesar, taltasar, chasar, all this is going to be like that. Okay. Youth, again, it's the weakest one, so we have those 3 letters. Oi is the 1. Now, how are we going to write youth? I already show you. It's going to be on the top of the line. So I have here the following 2 words, okay, are made from the, so far, the letters we have covered. Biba, Biba, kennel, Biba, and Yubawa, 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 Biba, and Yubawa. With the vowels, even though I did not show it to you on the writing, but I think you get the idea how we apply the vowels on the letters. With the skapa ya, yauma, ya, yauma. Ya, short A, yarcha, yarcha. Ye, with a short I, layib, layib. Okay, means rub. Usually, P sometimes is an F. Okay, so kamruch layif, right? Layif, layib. Ye, Israel, Israel. Here you go, guys. Another exception, like I mentioned before. Usually, word in Surah does not start with the vowel. Again, word in Surah does not start with the vowel. Has to be letter, may or may have vowel or not. So, does not start with the vowel, with the some exception. Isha, Israel. Those 2, they start with the rwasa. Yes, rwasa. Sorry, hwasa. My bad. Hwasa. So it starts with the E. This is a vowel again, not a letter. Okay? This one is a vowel, not a letter. I'm going to repeat that one. This one, Yod, excuse me, Yod with a dot underneath it, single dot underneath it, is a vowel. So here is an exception to some rules that we're going to study in chapter 3. Israel. Next one, you, yulpana, yulpana, yo, yod, the letter yod. Sometimes it's pronounced the yod, so it doesn't matter, yod or yod. And finally, isha, isha. Do you see here the alap? It should be I, alap e, isha, but we put the alap here for isha. Jesus. Okay. I'm just going to read this one for you here. Mazmora, Cap, Beth, Mazmora 22, Cap is 20, Beth is 2. This is a very famous Mazmora. Allah, Allah. You see, E at the end is silent. So Allah, Allah. E here for first person possessor. That's mean my God. Allah, Allah. المعنى شوكتان. المعنى شوكتان. وارحقت من برقا ملس ساخلواث. This one is what in Lishana Atiqa, classical language, and that's exactly Psalm 22. Okay, I know most likely you guys beginner for this one. I know some of you guys have some basic reading and writing, but believe me, this language, just like any other language, it's has its own grammar. You know, this language was the main language in the Middle East up to China for everything from A to Z, for scientists, medicines, accounting, banking, just name it. Everyone used to use it back then, and from 11th century before Jesus till maybe Islamic religion came up in 7th century after. All right. Any other question before I'm going to say see you next week? All right, guys. So I will say nice to be here today.